Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to apologize for yesterday's video. I don't know how the voiceover got off. By the time I realized that I was coming home from work, I work graveyard, and so I was a little tired, and I figured it was close enough that y'all probably could figure it out, but I'm sorry about that. I do appreciate y'all watching and subscribing. I'll do a little better job next time in trying to fix that before I put it out, but thanks for being patient with me because I was a little tired last night. 12-hour shifts. Woo, they'll whoop on you. But guys, today's video is awesome. We're going to talk about the dreaded ghost tree and the ghost tree reject setting that Garmin come out with supposedly. Does it work? I don't think so. I think it was just a lame attempt to try to fix something that they probably needed to fix from the beginning. I understand what the problem is, but let's take a look at it. Let's dive in. Let's take a look at what these settings do, and hopefully we'll get a better understanding and we'll both come to the agreement together that it's a bunch of crap. All right, guys, let's dive into this thing. What I'm trying to do is, this is, of course, is the same brush pile, one of my favorite brush piles. I'm trying to make sure that I get a jig into the picture, because when we're fishing, the jig being in the picture is important because a lot of people want to see their weight. I always put a weight above my jig, that way you can see it better. The ghost tree usually happens in that 20-foot circle around it. So, you know, that's where people white perch fish, do a lot of white perch fishing, and that's in that area where the ghost tree, the beams, they start to interact with each other. You get returns starting to hit. You know, the beam's going out and it hits another beam, and that's where that the ghost tree, for I guess in lack of a better term, people will come to it because it looks like a tree, come up with. So we started off on low, and you can, what they do is by doing the ghost tree, they're taking some of the power and redirecting it from some of the down beams into more of the out beams, and that is supposed to take it where they're not colliding and creating the beam. What I have found by turning this on is it creates huge voids. As you can see right here, you see the lower part of the beam, and when I say lower part, from about straight under the boat out to about halfway. See how it's black there? It's filtering out a lot of the particles in the water, not by a filtering process, but because it's directing most of its power toward the forward beam. So you got more power going toward forward beam and less going down. Look at the jig. See how the line shows up about halfway down, and then it starts to filter out or go away when it gets closer to the jig and the weight. Now, I don't really want, if I'm going to get it to show up, I don't want half my screen being filtered and half of it not. And now we're going to turn this, actually we're going to go ahead and turn it all the way off. Now off is no filtering. That's equal power to all the beams. And when you turn it to low, it directs a little bit more power toward the forward shooting beams and a little bit less. And you can see it in the picture. Look at halfway up. You see more interference or more noise in the water, and then the lower portion, less noise. But look at that jig right there. See that line showing up down to about the halfway point, and then when it gets to the halfway point, not as much, the line's not showing up as well. Now this is, as we turn it to medium, really look at that. Now we're really starting, jig still showing up well, but it's starting to really filter out. Now when you turn it to high, this is where it gets crazy. I don't know what it does on high, because it's supposed to be redirecting the power toward the forward, but all it looks like to me is it takes 90% of the power and shoots it in that very top beam, which is literally aiming at the water surface and out. So, and then the other parts doesn't have any kind of return at all. Me personally, I hate it. I turn it off, and I use the noise reject and the TVG to control my picture.